what is this protest going to be a signal of? I mean, of course, we're watching the crowds and whether they can stay peaceful.
Yeah, and whether this protest movement, if you want to call it that, has momentum. We got a little bit of a boost, or not we, but the protest movement obviously got a boost by the district council elections on November 24th. That was, dominated by victories by pro-democracy camps and resounding defeats for the pro-establishment candidates. That gave, some encouragement to, some of the hardcore ones, but also the broader supporters, those who are not in support of violence, but are in support of the preservation of their civil liberties here in Hong Kong, which some say has deteriorated due to China interference. Now, the big question is, this has been called for and approved by the rally on Sunday by the CHRF, the Civil Human Rights Front, which has not received official police approval for a march in 4 months.
It's pretty surprising, actually, that
because
they did.
it had been quite violent. I mean, not the CHRF, but CHRF called those big rallies the 1 million and 2 million estimated marches back in June, and they were fairly peaceful. But since then, there has not been any large peaceful marches like the one that is planned for Sunday at 3 p.m. from Victoria Park to Central, which is the same routes that we saw in June. And the big question is the weather going to hold? We can see in the video screen behind me, the live footage, some blue sky popping up, but it's cold.
It's cold.
But Hong Kong people, this time of year, they get about 1 or 2 weeks a year where they pull out their down and their fluffy collars and they put on their jackets and maybe, it's a fashion statement. They might come out. We'll see.
Yeah, really, we went from flip-flops on the weekend to just boots all the way up, right?
Right.
On Monday.
I wore my down this morning.
To pivot a little bit, let's talk about the economy.
Yeah.
I've lost count with the amount of, I think, the rounds of fiscal measures that they put out. I think it's 4 or 5.
We're heading into recession. If not, we're already in recession, right? There's going to be a budget deficit. The financial secretary already says 2 percentage points of GDP is going to be shaved off because of this. MTR was out yesterday. That's the subway operator. The damage tally now $204 million US. Sounds low. I mean, a lot of stations were damaged. RHB Bank, it's a Malaysian bank. They have units here in Hong Kong. The story out today, according to the Wall Street Journal, they're pulling the plug. They're lifting the stakes. They're closing down their units. Don't have the business here right now. Hong Kong Airlines, obviously, as well, fighting for survival right now, paying their bills, paying their staff.